Hi everyone, my name is Mahi and welcome back to Close Encounters, the podcast. Hi everyone, my name is Mahi. Welcome back to Close Encounters. This is our podcast where we bring people on and we just sit and talk because talking is nice. So today with me, I have a person who just started like this new part of her life and she's still kind of figuring things out, but that's okay. Like we all do. So we're going to talk about that and we're going to talk about her because she has some pretty exciting things to share. So let's welcome Hershil to the show.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
How are you feeling?
I feel excited, but at the same time, there's this feeling of just like, you know what, I want to be confident and I really want to share and talk and just like,
I get that. But you can be as honest as you want here and just like relax. We did another take before just like 5 seconds ago. I didn't even say anything. She just started talking about like, who am I? I'm from here. I do this. I do that. Anyways, so what's up with you? How is life right now?
I would say it's a mixture of just everything because like, as you said, I started a new phase in my life, uni, and it's going, it's going good, I guess. I've been facing obviously, my own fair share of like, not problems, but more like, do I do this or do I do that kind of scenarios I've been going through. Other than that, it's just the assignments that have been like,
not fun. So you're BA marketing?
Yes.
How is that? Because I am also marketing.
That is actually really fun for me because the thing is, back in high school, I did have marketing as one of my subjects. And before junior year, I used to just go all about it. I used to be like, today I want to be an astronaut. The whole thing, I used to have that. So like, today I want to be an astronaut. The other day I want to be an interior designer. I had this phase when I wanted to be an interior designer for like a year.
Me too.
Oh my god, I decorated like parts of my house because I had that phase. And then later on, like when I came to grade 11, I never had an interest in like science or accounts. Like it just never spoke to me.
Yeah.
So I went into mass media and I basically did filming and all of that. So like content creation, media, everything like that. So I had a lot of streams. So I was also coding. I did coding.
Wow.
So IT, marketing, business, media, everything, basically a mix of subjects. So everything interested me, but something that really spoke to me out of all of them was marketing and the way, and it kind of promotes a way of being confident, and that's something I wanted to see in myself growing up. So I feel like it kind of added to one another, and yeah, I'm just here at this point.
You love a diverse gal. Yes. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Fits your whole persona perfectly.
Thank you.
Anyways, so as I obviously said I went to an interior designing phase as well, but that was during the pandemic. I would look at pictures of houses on Google, and then for me it was all like I'm gonna break a house and I'm gonna build it by myself, and then I'm gonna decorate the inside.
I remember there was this show I used to watch, Small Budget Big Makeover. Oh my!
We know it's all those like those like homemade.
Yes,
channels.
I love those videos, and I think if I'm not wrong, a while back, back in my like previous apartment, we decorated it, and so we used some of their tips and tricks, and I was like, you can do this, you can do that, and everything went so wrong after that. I'm like, I give up.
I think what I learned was that for interior designing you definitely need a lot of math.
Oh my god, that's one other thing that made me want to give up. I'm not a very technical and like, oh my god, calculations kind of person. Everyone in my family is so good at math except me.
Well, we have to break the cycle, it's important.
Exactly.
Cycle break, important.
Yes.
Anyways, so I had another thought as well, because we first of all we both are at like two very different stages, contrasting images. You started your first year, I started my third year, so it's very different, and I think I'm at that point where I don't want to say this because my parents will watch this and they're going to say, like, what are you saying? But I think I'm kind of at that phase where you just, after doing so much and putting in so much effort and giving a lot of yourself to your work, you just like kind of give up a little bit.
I've understood that because honestly, as you said, contrasting images. First year, I told my friend the other day, as soon as I submitted my assignment, I want to graduate already. I told her, I walk up to her, can we graduate already, please?
What is it? Because first year for me, I know I have the most flexibility. First year for me, I don't want to call myself a loser. I was like the coolest person ever because
You are! Oh my god! I was fangirling over you the first time I saw you in uni. I was like, oh my god, who is she? I need to know her.
Oh my god. Yeah, we met that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, okay. Jeez. You pushed me off my chain of thought. Wow, you flattered me. Okay. I was cool in the sense I'd come to uni and then I'd do my stuff and then I'd literally run for the bus and go home. Because I tried out for clubs. They weren't taking people in that time. But for me, the most important thing was coming to class, doing my work, and then going home. That's it. I had no social life per se. I didn't want to stay after uni just to do anything. I want to ask you, what's, like you said, you want to graduate already. What is it that's like freaking you out? Because I remember the first time we spoke, you had a little bit of a difficult phase, like kind of figuring things out and navigating your way. So tell me, what is it?
Okay, so for me, I feel like the biggest challenge was to find people because back in back in high school, it was very difficult for me to kind of find people that were like my friends. You know, you can't just call anybody your friend. Not everyone is going to be your friend. People can be acquaintances. You just know them, but not everyone is your friend. So it was difficult for me to realize that, and I feel like after that I've put this pressure on myself to find those people for me. So I feel like in the beginning of uni, like the first couple of weeks, I was constantly like, okay, this person could be my friend, that person. So like I was constantly in this place mentally where I was analyzing everyone, and then I couldn't really think or be free, you know. I had this pressure, self-imposed pressure, where I was like, okay, maybe this person could be my friend, or that, oh no wait, she's an acquaintance. So like the whole thought process was going on in my head, and so I didn't know what to do at that point. But then a few weeks ago, I realized that, you know what, if something's meant to happen, it will happen. I don't have to do, like, I have to obviously work hard and all that, but like, I don't have to put pressure on myself to be like, yeah, you have to do this, only then you'll get this. No, 100%, especially in terms of people, I've realized that, and honestly, it's been a blessing for me, and I feel like, that's been like one difficulty for me, and the other way, it was just assignments that were bothering me so much. Right? I'm going to talk a lot about that.
Please do, because I want to know what is it about first year assignments that like get different. Look, I get it. I was in your shoes once. I'm not invalidating your feelings.
No. I understand that. What I'm trying to say is that for me, first of all, I live like far away, right?
Yeah.
So traveling time is just like a whole thing, and the fact that I have to come for Friday classes, 1 hour, just 1 hour, I have to come 2 hours both way travel for 1 hour class, and last week he only took 30 minutes class. And this was only for an assignment briefing. Before I submitted my first assignment, he gave us the details for the second one. And my Thursday is an off, but which I didn't take because I thought I thought I would do some volunteering. Yeah.
See, people like to adjust when they first come in. People like to get a lay of the land. They try to, you know, understand what they want to do.
Exactly.
In your scenario, you're the complete opposite.
Exactly.
Just relax. I think, wow, I can't believe I'm at that stage where I can tell people, I feel like a true adult here. Just chill, just breathe. You know, I realize I don't breathe properly sometimes. I forget to breathe.
I do that. It's either I breathe like too fast because I feel like anxiety or something's going on, or it's just I forget to breathe.
Exactly.
There's no in between.
Yeah. Don't you feel like you're just always in a constant state of anxiety? Like sometimes I realize I don't breathe for like half an hour straight or something.
Yeah.
But then it's like I breathe and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa. I forgot what that felt like.
Yeah, it happens quite a lot for me. But you just said that, right? I just remembered something. The other day, I was talking to one of my friends, and I was just like speaking and as if I was giving some kind of a pitch. I was speaking like just, I don't know, as if I was about to run somewhere. I don't know what was going on. I was just like speaking and rushing with it. And as soon as I finished, I took this deep breath. I couldn't breathe after that. I was like, wow, I needed that breath.
That happened to me in class a couple weeks ago. Everyone clapped for me though, but then the professor was like, "You can't breathe. It's okay," because he gave us a topic and he's like, "You have to come up with a speech on the spot to help you with your confidence because we have like a group assignment." Good luck with those. Yeah. So he's like, "Since you're so confident, why don't you speak first?" And I regretted saying anything in that moment. And then he told me to like talk about recycling, and I started talking. Like, I came up with it on the spot, but the thing was, I didn't breathe, and in the last 3 seconds or like 5 seconds, I started like coughing so bad.
I knew that. I started like, once it happened to me, similar experience. I was, again, talking to someone, and I just kept rushing with things, and it wasn't like a regular conversation. It was more assignments and study related. And so I was kind of rushing with my words because I had less time to complete my own work. So I was rushing with it, and in the end I just started coughing and I had this cough attack. Oh my god, I didn't stop for like 5 minutes and I had no water with me, so I couldn't even drink water. It was the most tense moment of my life. My gosh.
You're just in a constant state of anxiety all the time. Anyways, so tell me, what did you do to mentally sort of prepare yourself to step into uni, after you finish with school? Also, are you CBSE kid?
Yes.
Disciplined kids, I guess. We'll know.
Kind of.
Yeah, so what did you do?
Yeah, so after my break got over, first of all, I had my exams. The first exam that began for, my batch was Feb 16 or 17, and that was my first exam. And the last exam was April 2nd, which was also my exam. So I was there from beginning till end. So April 2nd was the end of it all. And a week in, I went to India. A week in, into my vacation, I went to India. I stayed there for the entirety of, the 5-6 months that I had. And my first thing was listen to all the, voice messages that my friends sent me, and the ones that I put on hold, and I told them you know what, I'll respond to you guys later because I have to study. So there were times when I did that, but other than that, mainly I caught up on movies and series. A lot of them, and I watched Charlie's Angel. I know it's a classic and I was supposed to watch it a while back, but yeah, I can't say anything. Other than that, there was this very I don't know if it's more motivational and a sad movie, but I enjoyed it.
Which movie?
It's 2 by Satyajit Ray. Oh my god, it's such a good movie. It's sad, but it's not sad and oh my god, I feel so bad, but at the same time I feel bad because the message it put across.
I've never seen anyone in real life who watches this movie.
I watch his movies. No, it was in the beginning. I found out about him through mass media, which I had. So I found out about him through that. But later on, I went to later on, I was just so interested in his work that I went on to search everything, and then I saw all his movies. It was just so wow. And then it wasn't his movie, but then I watched another movie called Psycho. It's a very old movie. Yes. Oh my god, you know all this.
Of course,
yes.
I'm fluent in film.
Yes, I love that movie so much. It scares me till date.
It's that one frame when he's smiling.
Yeah, it's whew. And other than that, I would say probably rewatching all of the Bollywood classics because I hadn't watched them for a year, maybe 2. So I needed that. So yeah. Other than that, I watched a lot of horror movies. I love horror movies, and I don't know how people say, "Oh my god, I get scared," because I don't know how it happens, but okay, sure. And then thriller movies. Oh my god, I'm a huge fan of everything in that kind of direction.
Wow. Okay, so are you good with dealing with change and stuff?
Yeah, I've been learning definitely, and obviously still am. But like, yeah, for the most part, yeah, I'm good with change.
So how has this change affected you, like at a personal level, I guess, in like your personal life as well?
Okay, so first of all, before starting uni, there was this continuous like thought in my head that will I be good enough? Will I be able to, cope up with all the, things that I want to do, like clubs and this and that? So just will I be able to do everything? And so on a personal level, I didn't know if I could, adapt to this change. And I was just sitting there wondering, and there were so many days where I was just like in my thoughts, and you have those moments where you space out, but it's not like a couple of hours, it's more like a day kind of thing. If people talk to you, you're like, yeah, you're there, but at the same time you're not like mentally, you're like yeah. So a lot of that happened to me, and I used to be like, will I be able to do this? So a lot of self-doubt was definitely there. But then towards the last few months, I realized that, you know what, it has to happen, right? At some point of time, I have to go to uni. I have to do all this. I have to, learn, and just whatever else needs to happen. It will happen, right? No matter what I do. So let's just like step back, breathe in. And that's when I like really got into meditation as well.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, okay. So I still struggle with anxiety sometimes and stress mainly. But I feel like, and I know a lot of people, like when they go on to search, how do you deal with stress? It's kind of like the top suggestion is go meditate.
Yeah.
Like, and people are like, really? It doesn't work for me. But I feel like if you actually like step into it and like with that mindset that, yeah, I can do this and I want to do this for myself, then I feel like, yeah, you can definitely do it. It's not that you can't. And it works for everyone. There's definitely like different ways to meditate. You can, if you can't like sit there and just, meditate like that, you can definitely do yoga and all of the other things, If it's not yoga that gives you that peace of mind, meditation is, about having calmness inside you, being peaceful. So if it's reading a book that gives you peace of mind, do that. If it's journaling that gives you peace of mind, then do that. So it's whatever that helps you, you need to do.
You should write a book. Okay, so let's talk about people, because I want to talk about people. So,
sure.
Yeah. So I want to say, I think that once you finish school, you step into like the real world, because you see all different kinds of people when you're out of that like shielded environment, right? Yeah. Aside from like going back home in India, you see like people, all kinds of people everywhere.
Yeah.
But like here it's different, because I feel like we don't really have that like street smart level to kind of deal.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
I feel like almost like, because like parents like they say like, if you guys were in India, like you'd be roughed up, not in like a very violent way, but you'd have that common sense of how to deal with scenarios.
Exactly.
But for us, I think uni is a perfect example of stepping into the real world and seeing all kinds of people. What shocked you the most about that when you started to people?
Honestly, I kind of knew that something like new people and the way people interact, because like when you're in school it's like the same way and everyone has to follow this one way or you're like a bad person or something like that, like you're not disciplined enough or something. So I kind of knew that something like that would happen, so I read this book called Surrounded by Idiots.
Oh my god, yeah,
it's so good. I read it and I was like, wow, I know so many of these different kinds of people. I was like, oh my god, am I a yellow person? Am I a red person? I was like constantly in this place. And I went to uni. The first thing that came to me was freedom. I was like, huh? How much freedom can I have, like in between classes? Half an hour break, 1 hour break. I was like, wow, what do I do with my time now?
And then
I just sit there.
Yeah, going to the washroom, like you can just like go without raising your hand up.
Yeah, oh my god, I was like, huh? What's this? You can enter class, like, later on. You can bring in drinks to class, like, matcha. I bring in matcha to class. I never did that back in, obviously, high school. Like, my god. And people, I feel like I've met quite a lot of people, and there are definitely social groups everywhere. Like those very classic movies that have those
Cliques, yeah.
Yeah, the cliche, like okay, there's like the cheerleaders and then the dancers and then like
jocks and the nerds. And
yes,
stuff like that.
I can see those groups, but at the same time, they're like trying to involve others, especially in terms of like clubs. When you go towards like the clubs, I know this might be a little
Controversial.
yes, but
it's okay.
but it's there. It's definitely something I've noticed, and I feel like people like. Okay, let's take an example here. Let's say there's a group of jocks, or let's say a group of cheerleaders, right? So they're trying to include people who aren't cheerleaders into their group, like people who want to learn instead of people who aren't already like professional cheerleaders, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to include them, but at the same time they don't want them there. So like I've seen that firsthand with people in uni. I know this sounds again very controversial, but yeah,
I think it's just for the sake of like having the diversity of personalities and opening themselves up, but just as like a showpiece kind of thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like behind the scenes it's completely different. Like,
My God. Yes, exactly. Because I would give you like a lot of life advice like related to that stuff. Just like off topic though, I don't know what you guys are gonna do, but second year you will wish you were kind of just not here. Second year is terrible. Second year, honestly, if people took the same major as I did, because we're two different zones of marketing, and they don't get the same assignments that we had, I'm gonna like sue, because it's not fair. Because we had to like work. I don't even know like how to explain it. Like work to the point where like tears were coming out.
oh my god, it's happened to me also.
Really?
It's only been my first assignment. I can't imagine the rest already.
I completely understand that. So what, like, honestly, what gives you, because there's a lot of biasness, obviously. You think that there wouldn't be, but
It's there.
it's like the secret biasness is there towards
It's
people.
like very low. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like lay low, kind of, It's not seen, but it's there.
For sure, yeah. Especially when you're trying hard, you're making an effort. But I guess it's like, I don't know how people establish an image of themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea about that. Also, a little off topic. I want to know, you like F1, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, back to what we were saying. You're throwing me off my chain of thought. Okay. What was I saying? Yes. Oh my God. So, what gives you the ick? Whether it's about people or like anything in general, what gives you the ick?
Okay, so this is a question that's thrown me off a little, but okay, sure, let's try that. I feel like for an ick, I know it's very like people think it's controversial, but I genuinely don't think it's controversial. I've seen people in uni when they're like in this group, their group, supposed their own group, and they know these people for a while and all of that, and they act like, I don't know, they act like they have some God-given power, and in the sense they give themselves that pedestal, and they're like, I'm better than you. Like, huh? How? Like, what? They're like, I'm better than you in everything. Like, what?
And people also put them on a pedestal a lot of the times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's majorly not even because of what they do. A lot of time it's because of the looks. 100%. I know this might again sound controversial, but I have seen people like that, and it definitely, I don't know, it just gives me like yeah, no. No way.
For sure. Yeah. I definitely get what you mean, though. I feel like the thing when you're like in the same friend circle and then someone talks to this person who you kind of like, the vibes you get from them are a little off, but you can't even tell the person because they're like friends and for a fact they're gonna take their side. So I had something similar where I tried to like be courteous. Is that even a
Yeah.
courteous?
Yeah.
Oh
In this
gosh.
situation, I think so. I don't know.
I don't know. I was an English student, so I can't remember. Anyways, so yeah, I try to be like civil with the person, and yeah, you know that passive aggressiveness that you get from a person, that is always there, and I think even when you're being nice to them, that's something that I definitely had to learn through a lot of like push and pull factors, where like being nice always is not the case. Do you think when you meet new people and when you're constantly meeting people who aren't the best of the best, do you think you constantly have this habit of being nice to them all the time?
Oh, okay. Actually, I want to share something because of that. This something actually happened to me in uni, like the first few weeks. I met a person in my class. We were in like almost all the time in the same group, you know, for assignments and just work. And so we became acquaintances. And one day we, like, the entire group, the entire team, which like we were always in the same team somehow, so we all just decided, like, you know what, let's go hang out in the food court and, you know, wherever else.
Good luck finding a place.
We went. Oh yes, that is a whole another topic. Yeah, so we went around, and this person gave, like, we were just, me and some of my other friends, we were just talking about, like, you know what we want to do. This person comes in, why can't you girls decide? Like, is it that difficult for you to decide what you want to do? And they gave the nastiest look. I understand that, you know, what you want to decide fast, but the way they said that, it was just this sense, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was just like something that I don't want that in a person I want to call friend. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't want, like, and it was a guy, by the way. He came.
I thought it was a girl.
No, it was a guy. He's like, why can't you girls decide? Is it that difficult? Like, guys can decide so easily. So he kind of came up with that whole, like, oof. And I was like, nuh-uh. After that, I didn't speak to that person for like weeks. I still don't. And I probably will not. So I used to, you know, try to be nice to people just because I wanted friends. Now I'm like, I don't care. I genuinely don't care if you are not gonna match like my energy. If you're gonna be rude, no, nah, no way.
I get that. There should be respect.
Yes,
Always.
Okay, you might not know this, but I manifested my friendship with you, and even like coming on the podcast was one of my manifestations in like the beginning of the year.
Oh my God.
I remember like I was sitting there setting my goals for 2024, you know, that big magical time of the year where, you know, everyone like wants to go to the gym for like that 1 week and like, you know, all that. So I thought it was going to be one of those goals that, you know, like, yeah, it's a goal, but I don't know if it'll happen. Like, but I actually kept thinking about it unconsciously and consciously. I prayed and I was like, you know what, this year I am going to be on a podcast. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know with who. I'm going to be there, and it's going to be all about, like, you know, friendship and just talking in general, just having a nice conversation, like something around those lines. I just said that out loud, and I was like, the universe is going to make this happen. I don't know how, again, I don't know with who. It's going to happen. And I just left it there. And almost a year, not a year, but like almost at the end of the year, here we are.
Oh my God!
And the story for your friendship. I saw you first in the week of welcome towards, like, I think the last day when you were like doing your whole like
Thursday.
Yeah, Friday? No, yeah, Thursday. Friday wasn't there. Yeah, Thursday I saw you and I was like, wow, this girl is so confident. Like, she's all not, yeah, she's like all of those things that, like, you know, I want to be. She's confident, she has that spark of energy, and then she's like this just warm person that, you know, you wouldn't mind walking up to and be like, hi, can we be friends, like, you know. So I was like, I want to be that. I aspire to be that person, because for me the thing is, I love smiling. I know I'm a very joyful person by nature, but the thing is, I can't smile all the time. I just can't do it.
I get it. I get it.
If I'm walking in uni, I have the most serious face on, as if I'm about to go murder someone. I have that face, and people like to call it RBF.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so do I.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's just something that never came to me naturally, but at the same time it did. So, anyways, about the manifestation part. Yeah. So I went home. I have this like bowl kind of thing where I put chits of my manifestation. I call it the happiness bowl because I know it will happen, but it's something that also will give me happiness. So I wrote on it, I found out about your name. So I wrote I don't know, I asked around and I just found out. So I was like, I will become friends with Mahi. I actually wrote it there. I wrote it there, I folded it, and I kept it. And then I went to pray, and then I said, I wrote a couple of manifestations, and I want them to come true, and I know they will come true, and I'm willing to put in the effort to somehow meet that person. I don't know how, but I am, so make this happen. And I left it there. And it happened. It happened. I approached you, although it wasn't like, I was scared of you in the beginning because I don't know. You definitely had this friendly energy, but I usually never just approach anyone out of nowhere and be like, hi, can we be friends? I don't have that confidence in me all the time. So I felt very nervous at that moment, but like my friend gave me that push that I needed to come up to you. If you remember, yeah. So I just walked up to you and like everything just went its way and like, wow.
Oh my god, I was having a terrible day that day. I remember when you came, because I did tell you, I was like,
yeah, I remember.
Oh my god, this is the most someone's put an effort for me. I don't know how to.
Well, you should have that standard for yourself. You should.
I do. Yeah, I don't know how to like process this because I don't know like. Wow. Means it feels like surreal for me that someone actually like did all of that. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. I, deep in my heart, deep in my soul, deep in my cardiovascular system, I appreciate all of this so much. I appreciate this so much.
I appreciate your energy and the fact that, I get to talk to you, I get to be here. Like, I'm so happy right now, like.
Oh, okay. So you're like a manifestation gal. I am as well.
I am huge on it.
Talk to me about it. What is it?
So for me, I never really understood in the beginning how people used to manifest. I feel like, is it just one of those other things that that come up on Google, like your top point is like how to get your dream life? Like it was always the top point. Affirmations, manifestations, vision board, always there. And so I was like, does this actually work? So I started watching like a lot of videos on YouTube, trying to figure out, is there some way in which I can do it? Is there like some step-by-step guide, like a how-to guide or something? So I was just trying to figure it out. But then I realized, so that never worked for me. So randomly out of nowhere, one of the days I was just sitting there and a thought came to me, which was that, what if manifestations have already been happening to me all my life without me realizing it, So like maybe I just, randomly think of something and I get it, but maybe I just don't realize that. Because if so, that is manifestation, right? You think about something, I want this, I don't know again how it will happen, all those things. But it will happen if you put it out to the universe and at the same time you pray for it, but you work hard. You can't just say I want this and you just sit there. It's not going to come to you, right? You have to actually put in some amount of effort, some amount of work. So I feel like if you get that right amount, like the exact amount you need of every single thing, you can manifest your whole life. It's not something it's not rocket science, basically, is what I'm trying to put across. It's something that if you believe in, not just like God or the universe, but it's more if you believe in yourself. If you just believe in yourself and you know it will happen, it will. Like, you just have to believe in it. You can't be like, maybe it won't, maybe it will. I don't know. You can't use those words of doubt. Like, could, maybe it will. The word maybe is like very contradictory in that sense, because a lot of people don't realize it, but then they're kind of, the words like maybe it will happen, could happen, those inflict self-doubt quite a lot. I learned that in a not so easy way. So yeah, I stopped using those words on myself. Even if I do the simplest things like write a mail, I ensure that I don't use words like maybe or like could we do this. I use words of affirmation even then, because I feel like if I do it in these small tasks, I will eventually even begin to speak to myself like that. And it has happened to me. I know it's not a very normalized way of going into manifestation,
but it's like the
it works. Yes, it works. It's very basic.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like that base you need to form, to build that building. You need to form that base. So I feel like that's helped me a lot, and I feel like this was the first time this year, like the manifestation with you, and there was another person I manifested my friendship with. So with the two of you, yeah, I feel like that was the first time when I consciously like sat there and manifested it, and like I have a book wherein I write my manifestations and affirmations every day, and every day until it happened, I wrote it down. So, like, I want to be friends again and again. I just kept writing it, like, pages on pages. Like, I actually did that. And, again, it just happened.
Is that something you're, like, consistent in every day, or do you just, like, miss it out? Because I've done that before. It is weird. There are days. Yeah.
Yes, there are days when I miss it out, and honestly, I feel like I'm human. So, yeah, I mean, in that sense, it's meant to happen. But like, as much as you can, try it out. Even if it's just like 5 minutes of your day, do it. Even if it's like 2 affirmations, it's fine. At least it's there, right? At least you put in the effort to sit there and actually write an affirmation for yourself, or actually write a manifestation for yourself. Even if it's just 1, or even if it's 2, it's all right. And you don't generally have to take pen, paper, and sit there with your brain. You can just type it out on your phone. That works as well. I do that as well. When I don't have time to sit there with the book and everything, I sit there with just my phone and I type it out. Simple as that.
What are some of like your go-to affirmations?
Oh, as I've been trying to say throughout the entirety of this podcast, I would say, I want to be confident. So I definitely have that I'm confident one. I also use I am loved and I am loving. That's my one, like, it's like my holy grail basically. I always use that one. Other than that, I'm also like big into financial freedom and all of that. So basically my goals, I manifest them and I affirm myself with them. And all those qualities I want to see in myself, I try to use those as part of my affirmations as well. And anything like the universe loves me, God loves me, like all those things that will make me feel more confident and have a better day. I do that.
Ironically enough, I have been thinking about the last 2 you just said. I've been thinking about those for like the past couple of days, and I've been like, whenever I can remember, I keep saying that to myself exactly like that. I did, because I heard it a couple days back, like on TikTok, like from this woman I follow. She's like really cool, and she's like, I say this stuff to myself, and I started crying with how things were feeling too good for me, and I was just like, oh my god, like how many good things are happening to me. So she said like, God loves me, universe is always in my favor, God is always in my favor.
Yes.
I was just like,
those are like, I think, the most powerful ones out of all, because like when you say that, you believe in yourself to that level that yes, God loves me and the universe is working for me. I always say that to myself every morning, whether it's like in the bus, wherever I am, I don't care. I always say that to myself. And if I'm feeling down or even overwhelmed or just like not in a good mood, not in a good place, I tell myself the universe loves me and this was meant to happen. I will be happier. It's only an emotion. It will pass by, and all of that is a reminder to me, and I love following all of that.
Wow, that is like very like sought out when it comes to that stuff. I think I really admire that about you. You have like that very, but I think you saying you want to be confident. I guess I think you're already at that level of where I want to say like 50%. You are 50%. Maybe for you, you're not there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I say 50% because I think maybe there are a lot of things about confidence that you haven't achieved yet, which I don't know about. So I think good balance. But I think you already have a good way of like putting your point across, having that boundaries for yourself. So I think you're doing a great job at that. While we're on the topic, you told me you're into like personal branding and stuff.
Yes.
So tell me, like, without thinking much, or think if you want, I don't know, I'm not going to stop you. What are some things that you associate with yourself or like your brand? It could be literally anything, a movie or a show or like a color or like food, anything.
Okay, so one, like on the top of my head, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the movie Inside Out, right? I consider myself as joy.
Oh my god.
I consider myself as a mix of joy and disgust. I know disgust is not like the best thing to choose, but I feel like, yeah, I'm definitely there. I definitely have my mood swings. So
I've never watched Inside Out.
Wait, I need you to watch it. I really need you to
It's
watch
been
it.
on my watch list for too long, and like I think with like anxiety coming in and Inside
No,
Out
I
2,
haven't
think-
watched two. I haven't
Oh.
watched two. I don't think I will for a while because I know I'm gonna cry if I watch that movie.
Yeah, I think with that emotion coming in for me, it's gonna feel way too real, and
Yeah, exactly. I don't have the, emotional
Willpower.
strength
Yeah.
in me to do that. So it's
Yeah,
only the
it's-
first one I watched, and based off that, I feel like I'm gonna be joy. And I feel like fun is something I really try to associate with myself. I want people to feel happy around me because I know not everyone has a great day all the time, and it's obviously not something that's guaranteed either. So, I like to just, if there's something I can do to put a smile on people's face, I would love to do that. And going on that topic, I recently complimented a stranger on the metro. Like, I know, the most random thing. And we became friends.
Oh my god, was it from like our uni or like just...
Just random, like, I don't know who that person was. I talked to her, we talked. And
Is it like a grown woman?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's not the first time I randomly, just when I'm walking around, if I genuinely find something cool about a person, it's not like I do it just for the sake of it or something. If I actually truly find something genuinely nice about a person, I definitely go up to them and compliment them, whether I know them or not. And I saw this reel the other day. I at times I have this fear where, like, what if the person feels bad or they're just like, okay, yeah, so like, you know that embarrassment kind of thing. So I always felt that. And recently I came across like a reel, and that there was a guy who just approached random people and complimented them.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he said that, people, if she's looking on her phone doesn't mean she's rude or anything, or she's busy. You can definitely approach her and just compliment her, right? It will bring a smile to your face, so it's okay. So he just kind of elaborated on that. And I feel like that changed me a lot. So for the past week, I've just been like on the go complimenting people, like.
Amazing. Compliment yourself.
Oh, okay. I would say that I look really good today.
Yeah.
I love my outfit.
I was like waiting for you to
My
say
hair. I love it a lot. I love my, sense of style, I would say. And I love the way I think, maybe. I enjoy that. Definitely there are times where I feel like, what are you saying? Like, But yeah, other times when I feel like I'm very, like, smart. Yeah. Other times I feel like I'm like this, I don't know, a very intelligent person as compared to who I was. So like, yeah, because I remember myself being like the most, I don't want to be rude to myself, but like, I don't know if this is the right word either, but kind of dumbfounded person, like going around not having a clue of the world. And just like, wow.
I relate.
Yeah,
hard.
so I'm definitely doing better than that. So in that sense, yeah, I consider myself intelligent.
Wow. Have you ever had like a cringy phase in high school? I think I triggered something.
God. Yes, I did. I thought it was cringy. People around me did, and now at this age, I don't think that phase was cringy. But at that time, yes, I did. I had a boycott.
A what?
A boycott.
Oh, I heard boy cat.
No.
Who's cat?
I had a boycott, and I also remember around that time I got my glasses for the first time. So I used to be so insecure about it. I don't know why I used to be insecure about glasses. I used to literally cover my face and walk because I was so scared. I was like, huh?
I think your glasses match your fit.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
No, I had like very colorful glasses. I don't remember the color, but I remember they were just very bright. And like I think it was like a purple or a yellow, one of them. And it definitely suited me, but I didn't think that because like I used to be like, really? That doesn't look good on me. Like I used to just like pull myself down all the time. So yeah, and I used to hate the boycott. I used to hate myself in that like moment of time. Like why the boycott? Like because the people around me, they have like long hair and healthy hair, and then this and that. They had no classes, and people used to tell. And the jokes about being four eyes. Oh my god, I used to feel so scared and insecure because I thought people would call me all that. Nothing ever happened, so I just like, you know what, it's fine. I realized that it's fine and nobody bothers. Everyone's like so conscious with themselves that they don't have time to judge other people. They don't have time. So I realized that, and then I was just like, wow. And now I'm like, she looks so cute. Yeah.
Did you ever do anything rebellious in high school? Or like tell me something that no one, something you did that not many people know, or no one knows?
Oh, I don't. Honestly, nothing comes to me in mind. I wasn't obviously the best child or anything like that, but I really don't think there was something that bad where I never told anyone. I definitely did, like, my parents know, first of all, everything about me, and then my friends, some of my friends, they do know almost everything about me. So as such, I don't think so, but other than that, maybe obviously like leaving class when I don't feel like being there, pretending I'm going to the restroom and like, just roaming around the school, taking the long way back and like all that stuff, Those are the general things I feel like everyone does. But like, yeah, not as such. I don't think I did anything rebellious. I was more of the, if you tell me to sit there, I'll just sit there. Like, that kind of a kid.
I think I've gotten caught a couple times. I don't know why teachers are so uptight about this. If you take the long way through from the washroom, because the washroom was like across the hall, class would be across the hall, and so if I would take the long way to get to class, a teacher would be like roaming the halls for some reason and just be like, where are you going? What room number is your class? If your class is that side, why are you walking from here? And then it's like, maybe I'm not even like voluntarily taking the long way. Maybe I'm just like walking where, going where my legs take me. And then she stops me, and then they ask me, and then it's like they get pissed off, and they're like, I'm gonna tell your teacher. And I'm like, I just came back for the washroom. I wasn't even bunking class. Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, because of that, I just remembered something in KG. I used to just like randomly get out of class, walk around, like I didn't know anything. My teacher used to bring me back, and like within the next 10 minutes, I used to be back out, walking around, roaming the halls. And once, I think, I'm not sure about this because it was KG, my mom told me. So she was like, once the principal came and took you back to class, I was like, the principal? I was so shocked. And she's like, it didn't happen once. It happened like maybe twice. Thrice that the principal came and took me to class. I just realized that right now because of what you said. Oh my god.
Okay.
So yeah. But this was back in KG, so.
KG kids, they're innocent. It's fine.
Yes.
So I guess they get a hall pass. So you recently also started like an organization,
yes.
Women's
United. Yeah.
Yes. So tell me what the inspiration behind that was, and are you doing anything with it at the moment?
Yes. So when I started, it was originally like I wanted to do something for change, and because I saw so many like things that weren't going there with the way they were supposed to, and I don't know if I can mention all of those, right? But yeah, so I think we all know what I'm talking about. But so I wanted to do something for that because I felt so bad, and I remember there were nights when I cried so much and I couldn't fall asleep because I was that scared. I felt like somebody would come into my house or something would happen, and I was just so conscious and so scared about it. And I feel like I'm tearing up for this. Okay, so I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what exactly. So I knew I wanted to do something for like women empowerment. That concept was in my mind, and I was thinking about it unconsciously, subconsciously, yeah, all of that. I was just thinking about it, and I knew I wanted to do that, so I just started, and I didn't know what name, nothing I knew, and I don't know shit. I don't know like the first thing of business. I don't know anything. I didn't know anything at that point of time because that was like during my break, right? The one after my board exams. So it was during that break, and I found the name Empower X, and it wasn't my name. It was the one from ChatGPT. So yeah, I started it, and I don't know what I did. I had a LinkedIn account for it, and I don't know, I just started posting randomly. I had no sense of what I want to do. I had no plan, no nothing. And so I asked one of my friends, could you promote it for me on your page? Because their page is like a very public page, and it's like it's like a career related page, so if anyone wants to like join in and all that. So yeah, she promoted it there, and then she told me, if you need any help, let me know. So yeah, and then I said, sure, like I would love for you to help me, and like give me advice, because like she loves like being in that. She is a very like voluntary person, if that makes sense. She loves like helping people out, and she's been part of like different organizations, even Girl Up. So she definitely knows the way, right? So I asked her, and she asks me a question before she agrees to helping me. She asks me, "What's so different about your organization?" And I just sat there. So I just sat there with that question, and I didn't know what to answer. She texted me, right? So it's not like it was a phone call or anything. So she texted me, and I didn't know what to reply. Usually I reply very fast and everything. I didn't have an answer, so I just sat there, and I told her I'll get back to you in some time. That was the first time I've ever said that, in a while. So I just sat there thinking about it. She later on texted me it's fine, you can, take your time. And I asked her, can you give me an example of something different you've seen in another organization? So as I said, she was in Girl Up, and she told me that so Girl Up, the way they do things is they kind of invite big creators and influencers, if you may. They invite them, they talk to them, they promote their organization through them. So that's something they do. And so she's like, what's so different about you? What's so different about your organization? Is it the way you do things, the things you do? What is it? So I didn't know. And when I chose the name from ChatGPT at that point of time, I didn't realize. I thought it was a fun name. I just chose it. And so I didn't have that deep connection with the organization that I wanted to start. So for me personally, when I don't have a deep connection to something, I just don't feel like doing it. I feel like I want to be lazy, I just want to rot in bed, all of that. So I had an era with that, a month I just rotted in bed, and I didn't do anything for it. I just started the page and I left it there, as if it would, content would be posted on its own or something. So I did that, and I came to terms within that 1 month of time that this is not it. And I closed the account down. I put out an official post that Empower X isn't working for me, so I'm closing that thing down, and I did. And a month later, not a month later, I feel a couple of days later actually, I decided that I wanted to create an entire plan. So I opened a document on my laptop, and I wrote Women United on top. That was the first thing that came to mind to me. That was the word that occurred to me when I thought of women empowerment, right? Women United. And I feel like it speaks to me so deeply that just that word sparks an entire emotion for me. So I feel like that was something I needed for that, the jump start I needed. And so after that, I don't know what happened. It just I kept on writing and writing. I couldn't stop. I remember that day so vividly, but it was just one of the best days I would say of my life. And yeah, I just that was one of my favorite moments as well. I just kept writing and writing. I had ideas for campaigns and the way I would run things, the different ideas I had, the people I would employ, the client, and everything. So basically I had a whole plan written out. And at that point of time, I was already doing 3 internships. I had no time for doing my own thing. So my internship finished in the next 2 weeks. So I just waited for 2 weeks. I kept on elaborating on my plan and everything. And Women United was born. I just started the account, and then I kept on posting and posting. When we started our first cohort for volunteering and everything, and yeah, so now we've grown over to 80 followers. I feel like it's been 3-4 months. I feel like it's not definitely the most growth we've seen, but last month was just wow. We got 53 followers within just 1 month, and I'm very proud of all of our interns. And yeah, currently again we're hiring and everything right now as well. But other than that, currently we are looking into collaborations. So not going to talk much about that, but yeah. Also, I've been thinking of some new ideas / initiatives that I want to bring up, and we're also under the works of planning some workshops. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Because otherwise, I have this. I just want to blurt it out right now, but yeah, you can't do that. So
Don't blurt it out. Wow. That is impressive. I am very proud of you. That's incredible.
Thank you.
So now we have a little game. Final part of our... Okay. Well, I have this thought that I didn't say in the beginning, but it's too good a thought to not say. Okay. What I realized is that I think uni should not... we should not have classes after 12 p.m.
Honestly, yeah.
That should be the cutoff point.
My Wednesday, my classes end, they're supposed to end at 4. They begin at, what? They actually begin quite early, around 11. So,
Girl.
and I have to take 2 hours to travel, and 1 hour I need to sit there to physically and mentally prepare myself before a class.
I wake up at 5 a.m. for
My
like
God, same.
8:30 class.
My God, it's the same for me. And for me, the thing is, again, the travel time is just like hell for
You
me.
wake up at 5 a.m. for 11 a.m. class?
Yes.
Wake up at like 7.
No, the
8,
thing
9,
is,
10.
my bus comes at 6. If I miss that bus, I can't come to uni.
Oh my God.
So my bus comes at 6. I leave the house, like, I reach in an hour or so, maybe half an hour, up, down, something like that. So yeah, around that time. And I need 1 hour to just sit there, like, have my coffee, have my tea, whatever, and, like, eat something before I can, like, go to class. Because otherwise, there are classes where I just want to sleep. And
my God,
I'm
yeah.
yawning. I tend to sit up front in front of the professors and everything, like in their face, so I don't sleep. I sit in the first row just so I don't sleep in class. The dedication I have, but at the same time, I'm just so like tired. I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, I get it. But 12 a.m. should be the cutoff point.
Honestly,
like I cannot
yeah.
function after 12.
I feel like high school has a lot to add to that because like our classes just end at that time and there's definitely nothing else that's gonna happen. And there are days when I want to just stay a little longer in uni, and I know it's not normal for me to, and I don't do that. I want to, but I don't do that because I want to get home. More or
It's
less.
the afternoon lethargy. You know that afternoon energy dip? It's, girl, oh my God. Especially during 3 p.m.
Oh
I
my
hate 3
God,
p.m.
I hate it. I hate it to the core. I just want to sleep, but I'm not at home, so I can't sleep, and then my head hurts, and this happens, and it's the whole thing after that.
And when you go home, you're like overstimulated and you want to like kill everyone. You're just
Yes.
like, please.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna play a little game that I came up with.
Sure.
I'm super excited.
Mhm.
It's called Who You Gonna Call F1 Edition.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Because, yes, okay. So you have to think.
Yes.
Be on your toes, okay? First
Okay.
people you think of.
Mhm.
Okay, who are you gonna call if you are stranded on a deserted island? 3 people to bring with you.
3 people. Okay, call or bring with me. Wait, I don't understand.
No, who are you gonna call? Game's name, and then I'll just give you the scenario.
Okay, so 3 people to bring with me. Probably Max Verstappen, and then Lando, and then I would say Nico.
Oh my God. Which one, Rosberg or Hülkenberg? Okay, but they have to have some sort of like.
I feel like Nico was the most random out of all of them. That's something that came out like at the top of my head. Lando, I feel like I don't know, he would just be fun to be around. Max, I feel like he would have some sort of an idea of what to do. Like, you know, he would be like the brains of the whole thing, you know, like that.
You know another person? Carlos Sainz. You know why? Because he's been taking engineering classes. To
Oh my
understand
God, yes.
the aerodynamics and everything.
Oh my God, yeah. I remember there was a reporter that went on stage and was like, "Did you go to law school?"
Oh my God! He was like, what?
With me?
My dad. He's like, oh, your dad said that or something. Anyways, okay. Who are you gonna call for a gossip session?
Oh, Oscar. 100. I don't know, this is like the most random one, but yes, Oscar.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Who are you gonna call to make sure you don't do anything stupid in front of the person you like?
Charles or Carlos, one of them. Probably Carlos, actually.
Really?
Yes.
I was thinking someone along the lines. If you ask, I was so lost with this question when I came up with it. I was curious to see who you'd say. I feel like everyone is stupid except Lewis.
Yes. No, the thing is, I don't. Yeah, no, that's definitely there, but I feel like Carlos would have just this energy that, you know, he's gonna be there for you, but at the same time, he's gonna embarrass you. Like,
He's gonna enjoy this.
Yes, he's gonna
Exactly.
enjoy the show.
Okay. Who are you gonna call? Having a karaoke night with?
Oh, Yuki, maybe?
He's-
Yeah. Although I think, actually, Yuki, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Who are you gonna call if you want to sneak into the paddock?
I don't, Daniel, maybe? Yeah, actually, Daniel.
Good choice.
Daniel,
He
yeah.
would actually like find ways to like.
Yes, because
sneak
I feel
in.
like he knows the paddock very well.
He knows stuff
like,
you don't know.
Yes. So, like, I feel like he would know, and he feels like someone who would be very, like, first of all, he's very funny. That's his natural, like, energy kind of form, you know, whatever you want to call that. But, like, I feel like he would be the best choice for, especially me. Yeah, we would like hype each other up, run around, play games, have fun with it, but at the same time,
Yeah.
get it.
For sure. Okay, all right. So that was it for this episode, which was super exciting. Like, just like in the first 5 seconds, we just started like, Okay, so last thing I want you to do is look into the camera and just say whatever you want to say. Give out any message, say whatever you want.
Okay, so I just want to end off by saying that, okay, I have one message for the world. It would probably be to just, if you can, in any way or form, put a smile on like someone's face, or even if you can't for someone else, do it for yourself. I feel like that really makes a difference, and for me especially, it just makes me happy and makes my day a lot better. So, yeah.
I like that. Wow. Good advice. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our episode. Thank you so much for being here, Hershil. I had so much fun.
Oh my god, same. Like, I just, yeah.
This
I
would
don't
be
know
like
where
the
the time
first
went
one.
at this point. Yeah.
I'm looking at the time. It says 1 hour.
Oh my god.
Okay, anyways.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something and I hope you had fun. And I got a lot of content from this. Anyways, yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the stuff. And if you want to be on our podcast, get in contact with us. And I will see all of you in our next episode.